Hello people, welcome back to another video by your good friend Chad Marco. So here we are in a new year, 2024. Aren't we all just so excited? But you know, with a new year comes new problems, new trials, and new tribulations, and I want you guys to be ready. So this video, as titled, is called How to Protect Your Virginity in 2024. Now, at 31 years of age and a lifelong virgin, I'm something of an expert on these matters. You know, I'm board certified. I'm the CEO of Virgin Town. I'm ready to show you guys what you need to do in order to protect your virginity in 2024 if you haven't already lost it. So let's refer to the whiteboard here. So the number one rule, and I think this has always served me very well. Number one rule of protecting one's virginity. Okay, see that? Be yourself. Be yourself has got to be the most important rule when it comes to protecting your own virginity. Now see, why is that? Now, the thing is, what I've learned about life is that oftentimes, in order to get bitches, in order to get pussy, you can't really afford to be yourself. You gotta be what women want you to be. I think this has always been my greatest weapon, was that I was never afraid to be myself, to walk how I wanna walk, to talk how I wanna talk, etc., etc. You know, people always tell me, Chad, why would you say this? Why would you do that? Right? Well, it's because I fucking want to. I think so many guys out there, they really, and maybe they don't even realize it, but they begin to mold all of their behaviors and mannerisms according to what girls will and won't like. Now, I can't say this is always going to work for you, because some guys are just naturals. They don't have to, you know, try to make themselves attractive to women. They just got it. But I think most guys have to do a bit of adjusting of their behaviors, if you will, if they want to be attractive. So the number one rule is to be yourself. It's worked very well for me. So next we have, oh man, shit, I'm switching to green. Okay, so next, fap. Now this is another very powerful tool and technique for protecting your virginity. Now when it comes right down to it, you might aim to be a MGTOW monk, a Volcel, a priest, whatever you're trying to do, but at the end of the day, we are all sexual creatures. We all have a libido, a burning drive to stick things in holes and to have holes stuck things into, right? So one way to curtail those desires is to masturbate and to just get those fluids and juices out of you. You know, one thing that I've noticed throughout my life, you know, I've been a long time masturbator, fapper, jacker, offer, is that, you know, there have been days where I might have saw some cute girls or pretty girls or something like that, and then, you know, it starts running through my mind, and then I go home, I have a cheeky little fap or two or three or four, and then by the end of the day, I've already forgotten about that feel with no girlfriend and all that. Because when it comes right down to it, the driving force that really pushes us, propels us forward towards sex is that libido, that sex drive. And the reality is, you have control over that. All you gotta do is grab your little chicken and you're good to go. So next, now this is more of like a little small tip, but I say you gotta get you a virgin pack. Right, now what is a virgin, oh God, that handwriting is atrocious. So what is a virgin pack, you might be asking? So a virgin pack are the little things that girls might find unattractive. So I would say get something like an Android phone. I have a few of these. Yeah, get you an Android phone, something like this. girls see this, and the magical thing about these phones is that they know when you have an Android versus an iPhone, because the text bubble is different. I've had guys even tell me straight up, they've had girls tell them, I almost rejected you because you had an Android. This is some real shit. Get you an Android, it's pussy repellent almost like nothing else. Now, I've heard some guys swear by this, but I'm not really sure. But some guys say graphic tees also pretty good for repelling bitches. I'm not so sure. I think the right guy in an anime shirt is still gonna pull bitches, but I'm gonna just throw that in there because it's something that I've heard. Maybe it'll work for you. And I know I wear a lot of graphic tees, so maybe it's been working for me and I didn't even realize it. All right, so next, you gotta remember the number one rule. These hoes don't give a it's kind of long fuck about you, right? These hoes don't give a fuck about you. So sometimes I go to the gym, to get my pump on, and I'm always surrounded by beautiful young ladies. And even today I saw a guy complaining about this. How do you go to the gym and you see all these attractive girls? How do you deal with it? Well, I always remind myself of one simple reality. These hoes don't give a fuck about you. They're not thinking about you, so why are you thinking about them? I always just remind myself, see, it's a mental thing. You gotta know what type of information to have running around in your brain in order to control those thoughts. You don't have complete control over your thoughts in your mind. Sometimes things come and go into your brain and it is what it is. But you are the head director of the narrative within your mind. And you have to tell yourself and remind yourself of certain things. Now obviously, this isn't 100% sure. Maybe 1 out of 1,000 girls will be thinking about you or like you, but this is more so just a mental practice just to keep you focused. So again, I'm at the gym, I see big booty, yoga pants, light skin, Latina, white, whatever the case may be, and then I'm like, oh my God, that filled with no girlfriend. But I remind myself, she don't give a fuck about me, she ain't thinking about me, so why am I thinking about her? Always tell yourself that. I'm telling you, it works. Okay, so, alright, so the last one here, kind of a dark art, I can't really expect all you guys to go along with this one. I'm gonna get a different color for number 5 here. So, number 5, oh boy, reveal your power level. I write like a 3rd grader, worse than that. But look, reveal your power level. That is dark art shit. And I know most of you guys are not down for that. And what do I mean when I say reveal your power level? One of the easiest ways to dry up a pussy, I mean, something akin to dumping straight sodium salt onto a slug, is to tell a girl that you are in fact a virgin. Now me, I've always been very open about my virginity. I stand on that shit. I'm proud to be a part of the virgin gang, right? But if this gets around and any girl that might have liked me hears about it, more than likely her pussy is going to just completely collapse from dehydration. I'm talking Clint Eastwood's lips in the good, bad, and the ugly when he was stuck in the desert. Man, so just go around and tell people, and again, I get it, it's not for everybody. I understand. This is just for the hardcore, the desperate. You desperately want to cling to your virginity. You desperately want to become a wizard and get those fireballs. I understand. This might be what you need to do. And it doesn't just pertain to telling girls about your virginity. Maybe tell people about your pornography habits. Maybe tell people about how much you love anime. Anime is kind of normie shit now, but still, some bitches would probably still think it's nerdy. So look, if all else fails, this kind of goes back to number 1 now that I think about it. All else fails, all you gotta do is be yourself 9 times out of 10. And that, my friends, will work. So I hope you guys got something of value out of that. And remember, if you want to protect your virginity in 2024, follow these simple rules. Chad Marco, out.